The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet it remains one of the least explored frontiers on Earth. Beneath those dark waters lie countless secrets, shipwrecks, ancient artifacts, and sometimes structures that seem far too advanced or deliberate to be natural. Throughout history, there have been stories about entire cities swallowed by the sea, civilizations that rose to greatness only to vanish beneath the waves, leaving behind nothing but ruins and legend. For centuries, people dismissed these stories as myths, tales of punishment from the gods or metaphors for human arrogance. But modern discoveries are forcing us to reconsider. Beneath the oceans, archaeologists have uncovered massive stone formations, underwater temples, paved streets, and entire layouts of what appear to be cities lost to time. Could they be evidence of civilizations far older than we've been taught? Or are we looking at something even more mysterious? Traces of an advanced humanity that existed long before our recorded history began. In this documentary, we'll explore 5 of the most mysterious underwater discoveries that challenge our understanding of the past. From the legendary city of Atlantis to real ruins found off the coasts of Japan and India, these submerged worlds might hold the key to rewriting human history. Chapter 1. Atlantis, the legend that refused to die. The legend of Atlantis has fascinated humanity for over 2,000 years. The story originates from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who described a powerful island nation that existed beyond the Pillars of Hercules, an area now believed to be near the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopian empire blessed by the gods, rich in resources and unmatched in technology and architecture. But when its people grew arrogant and corrupt, the gods punished them. In a single day and night of misfortune, Atlantis sank beneath the ocean, disappearing forever. For centuries, many dismissed Plato's story as pure allegory. Yet his account contained surprisingly specific details, geographic locations, measurements, and even political systems. He claimed Atlantis was larger than Libya and Asia combined, and was composed of concentric rings of land and water, with a shining temple of Poseidon at its center. In recent years, researchers have revisited Plato's writings with fresh eyes. Some point to satellite imagery off the coast of Spain, showing circular land formations that closely resemble his description. Others have discovered ancient ruins beneath the waters near the Azores and the Caribbean that don't match known civilizations. While mainstream archaeology remains skeptical, these findings suggest that the idea of a lost civilization destroyed by catastrophic floods might not be entirely fiction. Even geological evidence supports a sudden and massive rise in sea levels around 12,000 years ago, roughly when Plato said Atlantis was destroyed. So was Atlantis a real place? Could it have been an advanced culture wiped out by global cataclysm, remembered through oral tradition as myth? Or was it simply Plato's way of warning us about human greed and pride? Whatever the truth, the story of Atlantis continues to fuel exploration and debate, and it is far from the only mystery beneath the sea. Chapter 2. Heracleion, Egypt's lost city. Beneath the Nile. For centuries, Heracleion was nothing more than a name in ancient Greek texts, a city described as Egypt's great port to the Mediterranean, said to be the gateway to the legendary city of Alexandria. Historians believed it had vanished sometime before the 1st century BC, likely destroyed by earthquakes or swallowed by the sea. Many even doubted it ever existed. That changed in the year 2000, when underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio and his team made one of the most astonishing discoveries in modern history. While conducting a survey off the coast of Alexandria, Gaudio's team detected unusual formations on the seabed. What they found was breathtaking. An entire city preserved beneath layers of sediment and water, lying about 30 feet below the surface. Massive stone blocks, colossal statues, temple ruins, and the remains of ancient docks stretched across more than 6 square kilometers. The lost city of Heracleion had finally been found, perfectly frozen in time after spending over 1,200 years underwater. As divers continued their exploration, they uncovered over 60 shipwrecks and hundreds of anchors, evidence that Heracleion had once been Egypt's busiest port. Thousands of artifacts were recovered, including gold coins, inscribed tablets, and ritual objects dedicated to the gods of ancient Egypt. Among the most significant finds were statues over 16 feet tall, depicting the god Hapi, the symbol of the annual Nile flood. The precision and craftsmanship of these artifacts were remarkable, proof of a thriving, wealthy city that had played a crucial role in Egypt's history. But the biggest mystery lies in how Heracleion vanished. Geological analysis revealed that the city was built on a fragile mixture of clay and silt, a foundation that could easily liquefy under seismic pressure. At some point, a powerful earthquake or flood likely triggered a phenomenon known as soil liquefaction, causing the entire city to sink rapidly into the sea. It's a terrifying thought, an entire metropolis disappearing beneath the waves within hours or days. Even more intriguing is what this discovery means for Egypt's past. Before its destruction, Heracleion was the site of immense religious importance. Ancient texts mention a great temple to Amun, where pharaohs were crowned and divine rituals were held. The presence of Greek inscriptions suggests that Heracleion was also a center of cultural exchange between Egypt and Greece, a place where two great civilizations met and merged. For centuries, Heracleion existed only in myth, but today it stands as proof that legends often contain fragments of truth. The city's rediscovery reminds us that the sea doesn't just swallow our history, it preserves it, waiting for us to find it again. Chapter 3. Dwarka, India's Sunken Kingdom. Off the coast of modern-day Gujarat in India lies one of the oldest and most intriguing legends of a sunken city, Dwarka. According to Hindu scriptures, Dwarka was the magnificent kingdom of Lord Krishna, a city of unparalleled beauty and advanced engineering. Descriptions speak of paved streets, towering palaces, and elaborate docks lining the coast, a thriving hub of culture, religion, and trade. For centuries, scholars debated whether Dwarka was purely mythical or based on a real historical city. The mystery began to change in the 1980s when oceanographer S.R. Rao conducted extensive underwater surveys in the Gulf of Kambat. Using sonar imaging, his team discovered stone walls, submerged streets, and what appeared to be remnants of large buildings extending several kilometers offshore. Later dives confirmed the presence of massive stone blocks, carved pillars, and other artifacts, many dating back at least 4,500 years. The city appeared to have been deliberately constructed along a grid-like layout, with streets and structures oriented carefully along the coast. Archaeologists were stunned by what they found. Pottery fragments, tools, and jewelry indicated a highly developed urban settlement. Radiocarbon dating of wooden structures suggested Dwarka had flourished during the Late Bronze Age, making it one of the oldest urban civilizations in the Indian subcontinent. Yet, despite its sophistication, the city had been completely submerged. How and why remained a mystery. Scholars propose several theories. One suggests that rising sea levels and tectonic activity caused the coast to collapse, drowning the city within a relatively short period. Another theory posits that extreme weather events or cyclones might have destroyed parts of the city, forcing survivors to abandon it. Some believe the submersion was gradual, while others argue for a sudden catastrophe, similar to the flood myths found in other cultures worldwide. What makes Dwarka particularly fascinating is how it ties myth to archaeological reality. Ancient texts provide a detailed account of the city's layout, trade systems, and even defense structures, which are remarkably consistent with the findings beneath the water. This convergence of legend and evidence raises profound questions. Could other mythological cities also have existed, only to vanish beneath the ocean? And what does this mean about our understanding of early human civilization? The sunken city of Dwarka serves as a vivid reminder that history is often hidden beneath the waves. Every artifact, every submerged street, tells a story not only of human ingenuity, but also of the immense forces of nature that can erase entire civilizations. It challenges us to look beyond myth and examine the evidence, uncovering truths that have been lost for millennia. Chapter 4. Yonaguni, Japan's Underwater Pyramid. Mystery. Off the coast of Yonaguni in southern Japan lies one of the most controversial and mysterious underwater sites ever discovered. In 1986, a local diver named Kihachiro Aratake was exploring the waters near the Ryukyu Islands when he noticed unusually shaped rock formations lying beneath the surface. At first glance, they appeared to be natural, but closer inspection revealed sharp angles, terraces, and flat surfaces, features that seemed far too precise to be the result of natural erosion alone. The site, now known as the Yonaguni Monument, extends over several hundred meters and includes massive terraces, steps, and what appear to be carved channels. Some formations resemble roads or pathways, while others could have been the foundations of buildings. The largest stone structure rises over 25 feet high, with flat surfaces and straight edges that suggest deliberate human modification. Marine geologists have debated the formation's origin for decades. Some argue that the structures are purely natural, sculpted by seismic activity, erosion, and the unique geology of the area. Others, including renowned diver and researcher Masaki Kimura, believe they are remnants of an ancient, submerged city dating back 10,000 years or more, far older than any known civilization in the region. The Yonaguni site is particularly intriguing because it appears to align with local myths. Ancient Japanese texts tell of a civilization that once existed in these waters, ruled by advanced societies whose knowledge of architecture and engineering was astonishing. If Yonaguni is indeed man-made, it would represent a civilization that predated known history, suggesting that humans were capable of large-scale construction far earlier than previously thought. Further adding to the mystery are the numerous artifacts found nearby. Stone tools, pottery shards, and carvings indicate human activity, though dating them precisely has proven challenging due to the ocean environment. Some researchers speculate that Yonaguni could have been part of a larger network of coastal settlements, now lost to rising sea levels after the last ice age. Regardless of its origin, the Yonaguni Monument remains one of the most enigmatic underwater sites in the world. Its straight lines, terraces, and apparent geometric precision force us to question what we understand about prehistoric human civilizations. Was it a carefully constructed city, or is it an extraordinary natural formation that mimics human design? Either way, Yonaguni challenges the boundaries between myth, history, and science, reminding us that the ocean holds secrets we have yet to fully comprehend. Chapter 5. Pavlopetri, the world's oldest sunken city. Off the coast of southern Laconia in Greece lies Pavlopetri, a submerged city that has been captivating archaeologists since its discovery in 1967. Unlike many other underwater ruins, Pavlopetri is remarkably well preserved, lying in shallow waters only a few meters below the surface. Its streets, buildings, and courtyards are clearly visible, making it one of the most complete ancient city layouts ever found underwater. Dating back over 5,000 years to the early Bronze Age, Pavlopetri predates even the famous Minoan civilization of Crete. Archaeologists have mapped the city's streets and discovered over 20 buildings, complete with complex layouts, walls, and courtyards. Tombs surrounding the city suggest a society that had established customs for death, burial, and religious practice. The city's planning shows an advanced understanding of urban design, including roads oriented to facilitate access and drainage systems to manage water flow. The mystery of Pavlopetri lies not only in its preservation, but also in how it came to be submerged. Geological studies indicate that the region has been subject to tectonic activity for thousands of years. A combination of earthquakes and rising sea levels likely caused the city to sink gradually, rather than in a sudden catastrophic event. Unlike Atlantis or Dwarka, Pavlopetri's disappearance was slow yet complete, leaving little trace above water for generations of historians. What fascinates researchers is how much this city tells us about early Greek civilization. Artifacts recovered from the site, including pottery, tools, and ornaments, reveal trade connections with other regions of the Aegean and even the Near East. This suggests that Pavlopetri was not an isolated settlement, but a thriving center of commerce, culture, and maritime activity. Despite being underwater for millennia, Pavlopetri offers an unparalleled glimpse into life in the early Bronze Age. Its well-planned streets and intact structures demonstrate that sophisticated urban organization existed far earlier than many historians had believed. The city challenges our assumptions about the development of early civilizations and reminds us that history is often hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. Pavlopetri's existence, along with sites like Atlantis, Dwarka, Heracleion and Yonaguni, raises profound questions. How many other cities have been lost to the ocean? How much of human history remains hidden beneath the sea? Each discovery reminds us that the past is far more complex than the records suggest, and the ocean still holds secrets that could rewrite everything we know about civilization. Chapter 6. The Baltic Sea Anomaly and Other Recent Underwater Mysteries. In 2011, a team of Swedish treasure hunters known as the Ocean X Team was using sonar technology to map the floor of the Baltic Sea when they discovered something completely unexpected. At a depth of approximately 92 meters, their equipment picked up a strange formation that looked unlike any natural rock structure. The object measured roughly 60 meters across and appeared to have geometric features, including straight edges, circular indentations, and what looked like stair-like terraces. The formation quickly became known as the Baltic Sea Anomaly. The discovery sparked intense debate among scientists, archaeologists, and conspiracy theorists alike. Some argued that the object is a natural geological formation shaped by glacial movement and erosion over thousands of years. Others suggested it might be the remains of a sunken UFO, citing the apparent symmetry and unusual features that seem inconsistent with natural processes. No definitive conclusion has been reached, and the anomaly remains one of the ocean's most mysterious structures. Adding to the intrigue, the Ocean X team reported unusual magnetic readings around the site, as well as strange structural formations that appear almost artificial. Dive footage shows what could be flat surfaces and dome-like structures, prompting speculation that this might be evidence of an ancient or technologically advanced civilization lost beneath the sea. Some researchers even propose that it could be connected to Ice Age cultures, whose existence is largely unknown today. The Baltic Sea Anomaly is part of a larger pattern of mysterious underwater discoveries around the world. In recent years, sonar surveys, remote-operated vehicles, and deep-sea diving expeditions have uncovered ancient submerged structures off the coasts of Egypt, Japan, India, and Greece. Each discovery challenges our understanding of history and human civilization, suggesting that entire societies may have flourished long before our recorded records. The mystery of the Baltic Sea Anomaly forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. Could there have been civilizations capable of large-scale construction far earlier than we believe? Did they vanish suddenly due to environmental catastrophes or rising sea levels? And how many other unexplained structures lie silently beneath the oceans waiting to be found? The ocean continues to conceal secrets, some of which may forever remain beyond our reach. But as technology improves and exploration expands, humanity is slowly uncovering evidence that could reshape our understanding of history. Sites like the Baltic Sea Anomaly remind us that the boundary between myth and reality is far thinner than we often imagine.